This board is a powder rider's wet dream.
Experience.
This is a powder rider's wet dream.
Board Insiders. Real riders, real reviews.
Seriously, if I were some sort of strange mammal and could have like snowboard babies, I would mate with this board and have its babies.
Regular camber in the middle between the feet, and then it's got early rise right underneath the inserts and to the tips. So if you can see, the front of this board has like, I would say an 11 to 12 inch tip comparatively to other snowboards that have 6 or 7 or even 5 for a park board. So what that does is it's the early rise mixed with that combination of the huge tip allows for you to stay up on top of the powder with almost zero effort at all.
I love these blunt tips on it because it gives you more of a contact edge for your 4 main contact points here and here, and also it has the magnet traction on the edge for more stability and all that.
The effective edge on this board is a lot shorter than the size of the board, so the edge-to-edge quickness and the responsiveness is very, very quick on this board comparatively to another board of the same length.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't, it's not a park board, and if you had a groomer day, you probably want a little smaller board. But for what it's designed for, if you've got anywhere above 6 inches of pow, if it's dust on crust, this board is designed to take you where you want to go.
This board has a magnet traction on it. It's pretty extreme magnet traction. That's going to help if you ever get into any of those icy spots. When you're up in the backcountry in the deep powder, you still get into spots where you're on a crazy chute, and that chute might be solid ice face. So you're gonna have to go from powder to ice, and that's a definite quality feature on the board.
It's a very light board, so when you're doing the power runs and you hit a little bump or something and you like your air and your spins, you can just float and spin. The underweight foot, or the underfoot weight is great.
The flex on this board is really, really soft and really playful. If you can see that, I'm not putting much effort into bending the board. And if you notice, it bends at the tip a lot more. So that's what allows for that super easy powder riding.
This is a great powder board. Definitely love the powder today. I've never felt like I've floated before.
As far as a pow board goes, it's everything you'd want. I rode it last year and gave it a really high rating. I gave it a 94. Because it was just such a well-designed piece of equipment. I have a deep appreciation for anything in life that's well-crafted. And this board, last year, somebody put a lot of thought into it, and this year, they made it even better. Everything that I had to complain about last year, they basically took care of. It was a little stiff, it was too directional, it didn't pop enough, and this year, it pops, you can ride it switch, you can spin it.
I would recommend this board to somebody who likes to go in really, really big steep hills in a lot of deep powder. Someone who likes to do big cliff drops and stuff, this board lands and stomps the landings with zero effort. The tip of your board really never goes underneath the powder, so you're not going to endo and land on your face.
I'd recommend it for probably intermediate to experienced riders. It's a bit of a beast to get used to, but once you get used to it, this thing will take you to space. It'll go anywhere you want to go, as fast as you want to get there. It does high traverse, it does low traverse. You can edge in through the really icy, like gnarly shit. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna edit that.
I'm gonna give this board a shred cred of a 98. That's a powder shred cred. If you take this board on the groomers, it gets a little bit squirrely at high speeds, but that's a given on such a big board with all the early rise. It allows a lot of airflow underneath the board. So high-speed groomers are not your go, but this is a powder rider's wet dream.
I gave it a 95 because of the control on this board was just awesome. I loved it, and it was just all there for me.
What? Oh. I gave it a 96 because I want to sleep next to it at night and just, curl up. If my girlfriend sees it, she's gonna be pissed, but it's all right. Honey, I love you, but not as much as this deck.
For the latest snowboard reviews, check out boardinsiders.com.